is good.
La comida es rica.
I like to eat it.
Me gusta comerla.
I like fruit.
Me gusta la fruta.
I like fruit.
Me gusta la fruta.
The apples.
Las manzanas.
The apples.
Las manzanas.
The bananas.
Las bananas.
The bananas.
Las bananas.
The oranges.
Las naranjas.
The oranges.
Las naranjas.
The pineapple.
La piña.
The pineapple.
La piña.
The watermelon.
Sandía.
The watermelon.
Sandía.
The grapes.
Las uvas.
The grapes.
Las uvas.
Give me fruit. Give me fruta.
Dame fruta, dame la fruta.
Food is good.
La comida es rica.
I like to eat it.
Me gusta comerla.
I like breakfast.
Me gusta el desayuno.
I like breakfast.
Me gusta el desayuno.
The pancakes.
Los panqueques.
The pancakes.
Los panqueques.
The eggs.
Los huevos.
The eggs.
Okay, this is going to be a fun one. I'm making refried beans in a little bit different way. This is a traditional way also. In this case here, these are just beans right out of the pot. Now I'm adding some milk to them. I want these to be somewhat wet. Okay, see, that's kind of like a paste. You can actually continue to fry these if you wanted to till they thickened up some, but for my purposes today, we're going to just leave them the way they are. You roll your corn masa, your masa harina, into a ball and then start to flatten it down. We're making gorditas and sopes today. This is just a little bit of oil I'm putting on my hands. Okay, just form this into a cup. I'm putting some of that pico de gallo that I made. You're going to put this into the cup that you just made. Okay, now just fold the masa over so that you totally enclose the pico de gallo or your filling, whatever your filling is. I'll show you that we can put queso in there too. Okay. Flatten that out into a ball and then into a thick biscuit looking product. Okay, just continue to work it. Make sure that you don't have any interior coming out of it. A little bit's okay, it's alright. You just don't want big tears in this, and feel free to use extra masa if you want to. Now see how thick that patty is there? Let it cook on the comal for about 45 seconds on one side. Flip it over. Meanwhile, have oil heating up to about 375 degrees. Because your next step is you're going to fry this masa. It's only partially cooked. Now here we go. Fry this until it turns a golden brown. See how nice that looks? Okay, this looks much better. Next step, this is a gordita. It's a fat one. What you're going to do is, using a serrated knife, when it's cooled down a little bit, let it cool down for a minute or so. You don't want to handle it while it's too hot, but you don't want it to get cold. Just saw into it. You're going to separate this so it looks like an English muffin, so to speak. Oh, I could smell that fresh corn, that masa. It smells so good. And look at the steam rising. Now see, there's the pico de gallo that I folded inside originally. Now, while it's still hot, I'm going to put some of those refried beans. And you can have your choice of fillings. What I've got is some of the things I've been making recently. Here's some of that guacamole from the last episode. Queso fresco. This is, in fact, you can actually make this yourself. It's just, you can make it at home with whole milk, a little vinegar, or what's that called? Retin. Right now it just escapes me. Here's some, this is not sour cream. This is actually table cream. It's not as sour as sour cream, but it is a Mexican cream. I put lettuce on top, now I'm putting the cream on there. There's your gordita. Just put the other portion on top. That's the way you serve it. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do just a different filling. This one, in this case, is the queso fresco. You can put mozzarella cheese, you know, refried beans. You can put that in there now. All kinds of different things that you might want. Just use your imagination, whatever you think makes your glands salivate. Roll it up into a ball, press it down, and make sure it's thick like a biscuit. I use water to smooth the edges out. Moisten your finger and do that. Okay, you bake it, and then you deep fry it, and here we go. There's the melted cheese in there. I'm putting pico de gallo on there now. Man, and that stuff is hot. I've got habaneros in it, serranos, tomatoes, cilantro, onion. Okay, here's a little lettuce. Now, just because I love the kick, that's some of that salsa verde that I made, the tomatillo verde that I made a few days ago. Again, some more of the sour cream or table cream. There's another gordita. Remember, any filling that you want into the ball itself. That's the idea of a gordita, the beginnings of it. Okay, here's another one. Okay, I'm just putting queso fresco on this here. It's already got pico de gallo inside of it. Refried beans. Well, I got so much good stuff around here, I don't know what to put on there. Okay, here's some guacamole I'll put on. The lettuce helps with the crunch. And oh, it's so good with your hot gordita. Okay, let's try here. Look, this is just a little bit different. See, I'm putting the table cream on the outside. Just a presentation issue. See that? Doesn't that look great? Oh yeah. Look at that. Okay. Onward we go. Now we're going to make the sopes. This is the same masa that you use to make corn tortillas. The same masa, only in different texture that you use to make tamales. This is your masa harina. This one here just has a little water in it, and that's it. I did not add salt or baking powder or anything else. Now I'm going to form this into a little sombrero. See that? I'm going to pull the top up, gather it together. Looks like a little sombrero. My vecinos like it. They think it looks like a sombrero. Same thing, you put it on hot comal, cook it a little bit, and then drop it into your deep fryer. What that does on the hot comal comal is it gives it a nice dry texture as you before you put it into the deep fryer. Look at that. Now you're going to put your fillings in the hollow that was made. That's sort of like the brim of the hat. And see how it's just a little pocket made to contain the ingredients that you're putting in the filling. It's just a little bit different style is all that it really amounts to. It's a presentation thing from different parts of Mexico and different parts of the Southwest here. However you were raised to make these things, that's the doggone way that you're going to end up being familiar with. Okay, now you notice that this one is not going to have a top to it. Okay? So the presentation is going to be like that. Now here's a different way to making it. You get your patty that you've put into the griddle and cook it. And now while it's still warm, fold up the edges and make your cup there. I'm not going to put in the sombrero, but I am going to make this into a little cup to contain the ingredients. You see? There's salsa verde, queso fresco, some lettuce. Of course, I don't have to tell you this. You can see for yourself. Queso fresco. Nope, no, that's, I'm sorry, I meant to say your table cream. And there you go. Look at that. Gorditas y Sopes. ¡Ay, qué bueno, señor vecino!
Food is good.
La comida es rica.
I like to eat it.
Me gusta comerla.
I like fruit.
Me gusta la fruta.
I like fruit.
Me gusta la fruta.
Apples.
Las manzanas.